When a covert narcissist says, I love you, and everything inside of you cringes, why is this? This is your partner, your spouse, maybe even a spouse for 20 plus years. And they say, I love you, and your system just rebels against that. There's a reason for this. You see, covert narcissists, their words and their actions don't match. What they say and what they mean behind those words are different. You see, when a non-narcissistic person says, I love you, what does that mean? It means I love it when you are happy. I love it when you're content and peaceful. I care about you and I care about your thoughts and your feelings, that I'm here for you and I want to help. It even means I want what is best for you. It puts this other person as, the center of this conversation right now. When I say I love you, I'm talking about you. But a covert narcissist, this isn't true. You see, everything they say is in relation to themselves. And so I love you means I love how you make me feel. I love it when you do this for me or do that for me. I love the attention that you give me. You see, it's always about me. Everything is flipped around when you're dealing with a covert narcissist. I love you means I love it when you are happy with me. Again, still about me. Not I love it when you are happy. I love it when you are happy and it's about me. I'm Renee Swanson, your host of the Covert Narcissism podcast. And today I'm talking about what does it mean when a covert narcissist says the different things they say. The backhanded compliments is what we call it. But what do the words actually mean? Maybe your covert narcissist says, I want to be with you. What does that mean? Do they actually want to be with you? Is it about you? No, it's always about them. I want to be with you means I want you around to take care of me. I want you around to take care of my feelings and my needs. Or I want to look good with you by me. I want to control your activities, who you talk to, and what you are doing. How about when they say, oh, I just care about you? Do they mean that? Does your heart respond in a way that you feel cared about and loved? Or does it feel manipulative? You see, I just care about you means I care about how you make me look. Or it's my job to educate you, I just care about you. When they're using this as an excuse for the way they've just treated you, it's because they see it as their job to educate you. Clearly they are superior, they are smarter, and so they have to take that role. I just care about you even means, see how kind I am for helping, the less capable, meaning you. So your feelings don't respond as though you're cared for. Your feelings respond as though you're being talked down to. When you try to call them out on something, maybe they were doing the laundry, but they accidentally put a shirt in the dryer that doesn't go in the dryer. You're just talking to them and going, hey, next time, please don't put these clothes in the dryer. And their response is, well, I'm so sorry for trying. What does that mean? What do those words really mean behind there? What they mean is you're just so ungrateful for the effort that I put in. How dare you not appreciate me? How dare you even want me to do something differently? How dare you think that I'm less than perfect? How dare you tell me what to do? Okay, it also means I'll never try again. It means they're done. Okay, that they're never going to put that effort in again, and it's going to apply to other chores and other things around the house as well. Let's go to compliments. What about when they say, you would just be so pretty if you would just fill in the blank. If you would just grow out your hair. If you would just lose some weight. If you would just put some makeup on. You would be so pretty if you would just do this. What does that mean? What does that communicate to you? It communicates that you're not pretty now. It communicates that you're not good enough for them as you are now, that you should look better. It means that your current state doesn't look good and it makes them look bad because they're the ones with you and they think, well, my partner should look this way or that way. It means I can't possibly enjoy being around you unless you change this. So you walk away feeling worse, even though they might say, well, I told you that you would be pretty. I told you that you would look good. I told you you would. You would look pretty if you just did these things. That does not leave you walking away feeling complimented and good about yourself. How about when they say, well, I'm just being honest. So you call them out on this compliment, this backhanded compliment. Well, I'm just being honest. And this is a very dismissive comment. So what does it mean? It means, well, it's not my fault when the truth hurts. That's on you. It means you should thank me for being honest with you. No one else will tell you, but I will. So you should be grateful. You owe me, for being truthful to you. It means that, it's just too bad that you can't see the truth here. I'm superior and I can see what's really going on and you just can't. But I'll take care of you. Don't worry. And I'll be honest here. These comments from a covert narcissist are so incredibly painful to the partner. They leave holes in your heart and you don't know why. You're busy self-reflecting, trying to figure out what you can do to make it better or what you can do to be better or what you can do to help the relationship. And they just keep on with the comments. Now, how about when you do start putting some effort in and let's say you change something that they wanted you to change. Maybe you do go put the makeup on or maybe you do, grow your hair out. And then they say, well, good for you. That wasn't that hard now, was it? Well, okay. What is this comment? Is this a compliment? No. This is more manipulation. This is so condescending. You should have just done what I wanted in the first place. That's what they're communicating. It's about time you do things my way and let me be in charge. It also communicates you're so helpless that you even need my praise just to function, just to get it right. And so I'm going to go, good for you, and I'm going to tap you on the back. It's your thoughts and your feelings really don't matter here. That's what gets communicated over and over. With all of these examples, your thoughts and your feelings don't matter. Maybe they say to you, well, I'm the only one who truly understands you. Okay, for starters, this is not true. There are other people in your life, and this comment will create a sense of isolation. This is to encourage a dependency on them. No one else can possibly understand you, like I do. This is communicating you should listen to me and me alone. That no one else's words or thoughts really matter here. And in fact, you're lucky to have me. You should be grateful. How about when they say, I'm such a victim here, or they play that victim role? What are they really saying? What they're saying is you need to feel sorry for me and give me all of your attention. They're saying that, this isn't my fault that this happened and there was nothing I could have done differently here. You need to just take care of me. I'm such a good person and I can't believe that you or they or whatever it was would do this to me. When they say things like you're too sensitive or you're too needy or you're too emotional, what they mean is your feelings are unreasonable. What we hear is, okay, I need to change that. He's right or she's right. I am being emotional here. And there's an element of truth. Maybe you are being emotional at the moment, but guess what? It's okay. It's okay to have emotions. The only person taking this away from you is that covert narcissist. So when they say, you're just being too sensitive. Well, what's wrong with being sensitive? And this word too in there, what they're saying is your feelings are unreasonable. It's your fault, that you're being so unreasonable here and you shouldn't be talking to me this way. It means my behaviors are not the problem here. My actions are not what counts here. This is all about what you did wrong. It means that, what I did doesn't matter and your attitude is what's wrong. Your weaknesses, this is what we need to address. Let's shift gears here for a minute and talk about when they say things like, I can't believe that doctor prescribed that to you. This might be in a conversation where you think that they are listening to, what's going on with you medically and what the doctor said, and you think you're being cared for. And then they throw that in, I can't believe that doctor prescribed that to you. Well, that doesn't feel right. And why doesn't it feel right? Because they're undercutting your confidence in your doctor. They're making them superior to your doctor. This is your doctor. Did your covert narcissist go to medical school? Okay, mine didn't, but yet they are superior to them. And it means, you're stupid for not, for listening to the doctor and not listening to me. What about when they say, you're fixing the chicken like that? You're cooking dinner, you're busy, making food, and they come in and go, you're fixing the chicken like that? Well, what do you hear? You hear, I need to get better at cooking. I need to figure out how they want the chicken to be fixed. I need to figure out what they like or what they don't like. And no, you've probably spent about 10 years already doing that. Okay, but what they are communicating is, I can't believe you can't cook any better than that. I spent my hard-earned money on this chicken and you're wasting it again. Can't you do anything right? This is what gets communicated. This is why it doesn't feel right. This is why the conversation feels so icky. And so, you just feel like you're constantly defending yourself. You are. Now, after they've created this environment of you constantly defending yourself, then they'll throw out, well, you're just so insecure. And they might be saying it even in a way that they are showing a sense of care. I really care about you and I really think you need to work on your insecurity. You hear, okay, I need to work on this. I don't want to be this way. You kick back into gear doing all the work on you. You self-reflect, okay? But victims of covert narcissism over self-reflect. Instead, let's now start doing some reflecting on them. So when they say, you're so insecure, what do they mean? They mean that, don't call me out on any of my feelings here. I don't care about your feelings. I don't want to talk about your feelings. In fact, it's too hard to talk about your feelings, and I'm just going to do whatever I want. I'm going to go spend time with whoever I want, and I'm going to say whatever I want. And you're going to get over it because, you're just insecure. When a covert narcissist says, it's not my fault, that is an absolute avoidance of any responsibility. In a non-narcissistic relationship, people mutually carry the weight of issues together. Even simple problems, they carry it together. They give each other space to take responsibility and to receive forgiveness. But not a covert narcissist. They're going to say, well, it's not my fault. What that means is everything is your fault. That you must take responsibility for everything. It means that, I'm too good for stuff like this, even though maybe I actually did do it. It means, I'm perfect just like I am, and dealing with this is beneath me. It's not my fault, and it's not my job to fix it. Another cop-out that covert narcissists use is, well, that wasn't my intention. So when you're talking to them and you're trying to express that your feelings got hurt, and they say, well, that wasn't my intention. What they mean is, don't call me out on this. I didn't mean it, so therefore it's not my fault that you interpreted it that way. It means judge my intentions, not my actions. It means, that my actions aren't important here, but your reactions, no, this is ridiculous. That's what it means. That means it's on you for interpreting my behaviors wrong. And it's not my fault that you see it that way. They often will follow this with, I'm sorry that you feel that way. What does that mean? Is that a genuine apology? I'm sorry. Okay, it started there, that you feel that way. What does that mean? It means, see, I apologized. Look at me. I did it. I apologized. But clearly, I care about you and your feelings. No, clearly I don't. It's on you that you misunderstood any of my words or actions. You really should work on this. They might even tell you you need to go to therapy. Okay, again, this is their meaning behind those words. They even mean it's a good thing that you have me because, I'm so understanding of you. They might even tell you, that no one will ever love you like I do. What does that mean? It means don't you dare leave me. It means you'll never find this kind of love anywhere else out there. I hope they're right. I don't want this kind of love. I don't know about you, but I definitely don't. When you wonder why you feel so bad around them, why you feel unheard, why you feel like things don't line up, there is a reason to this. It's because of all of these underlying messages. This is passive aggressiveness. This is emotional abuse. This is covert narcissism. So I want you to do something for me. When you are in conversation, I call it conversation, and it's more like combat, okay? When you are in that verbal competition with them, when they say things that just, your heart just doesn't match. If somebody says, I love you, your heart should respond a certain way. Like there's a normal way that happens here when it's not manipulative. So when you feel that feeling inside of you that, boy, this doesn't line up, I want you to get some paper out and I want you to write it down. Write down what they said. Write down the circumstances of the conversation you were in at the time. And write down how it feels inside of you. And start watching for patterns. Look for those patterns of why your feelings or when your feelings don't line up with their words. And instead of self-reflecting here, self-reflection is good. Let's start doing some other reflecting. Okay, let's start looking at them and their words and their actions and figure out why we feel the way we feel. Once again, I'm Renee Swanson. Thank you for joining me today. And let me try that again. Once again, I'm Renee Swanson, and thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope that our time together is helpful for you on this journey. Please don't forget to follow us, follow the podcast, follow us on Facebook. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. All of this helps to continue getting the word out to this world that is hurting under this manipulative, covert narcissistic abuse. I wish you so much peace on your journey of healing.